Let me tweet the link. Yeah, man. Fucking, I got like a 2-month-old kitten. She's fucking screaming the house down right now, mate. Fucking, I can't. He's rattling me.
Whose idea was it to get a kitten?
Not me. Not me. And then only one person wants to look after it, you know. This life. Anyway, let's get people in the chat. Get that like going. Subscribe, like, all of that shit. One last share. Yeah, man. Are England playing right now?
Yeah, I think so, but who cares, man?
Yeah, okay. Well, okay, I'm an Englishman.
Thanks. Who gives a damn?
Who are Nigeria playing today?
Bro, we barely beat Cape Verde yesterday.
Yeah, bro. Okay, yeah, I thought as much. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's get going then. Let's get going. Cool. Hello, welcome to another Touchy Gooners podcast. My name is Lewis. I'm joined by the usual suspects. We've got German Deezy.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
We've got Sean. How you doing, man?
Yeah, all good, lads. What's happening?
And we got Forex Dan.
Yeah, what's going on, man? Can I interest you in some a way to inflate your annual income, right? Let's have multiple streams of income and all that. Yeah, I got you.
How much is the course?
For normal price 500, but for you, my friend, I do 350.
Yeah. I'll think about it. You're gonna get me going on some demo accounts and show me, just how much money I could be making. Yeah.
Yeah, them ones. I'll get you and get your whole family signed up as well, man. You know them ones. Yeah.
All right, cool. Look, everyone, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, what are we doing today? We're doing a prediction podcast. Listen, for those of you who are looking for positives from the Arsenal world, right? I suggest you turn off now. We're not going to be the podcast for you, unfortunately. What we're going to be doing in this podcast, we're going to be doing our predictions for the season across a multitude of different things, player related, team related. So yeah, we're gonna be putting our necks on the line. I'm a bit upset that Dr. Lee isn't here for a few things, because I wanted him to nail his flag to the mast on a few things and catch him red-handed, but alas, he isn't here. Maybe we could do it in another way, and get him to release some opinions on social media or something like that. But yeah, guys, look, where should we start? I think we should leave league position to the end. I think we should start with some of the transfers. I think we should start transfers, and then we'll move on there, right? So a couple of the awards that we've got, right? Let's start with something positive. Okay, let's start with something positive. Let's start with surprise of the season, right? So surprise of the season, what's that? Let's sum it up. So someone that we thought, I'm not feeling you too much, or we didn't expect that from you. Like for example, last season, who would have been the surprise of the season? Maybe ESR, Saka, that kind of thing, right? So German Dan, I'll come to you first. Who is your surprise of the season, and why?
I've picked Takahiro Tomiyasu.
Oh, you bought in, haven't you?
I haven't bought in, man.
You've got stocks.
Oh my God. If you asked me for the surprise of the season, I think he could be a positive surprise. I think he's a reasonable price tag. Skill set seems to be decent. Tall, They say he's good in 1v1s. From the clips that I've seen, he looks decent, man. I think he's a player that doesn't come with loads and loads of expectations. I think that's a big part of this as well. And people haven't seen him much. So whatever people guess him up to be, they can't go all out with this one. It's new to everyone, really. So I feel like he could be a good player, and he could be someone that the fans warm to quite quickly. And I think that'd be my surprise of the season. I think he can play probably a right back, and at some point might even be playing centre back. So let's see. I think that's my surprise for the season from now.
It's interesting that you would call that a surprise, because are you basing it on the impression that, you know, maybe people don't think he's that good, or like where does the surprise element come from, do you think?
I think it's two things. So I think one, I think people probably don't think he's that good given how much he costs. I think people a lot of times kind of connect the price tag with the ability. So, and I'm not sure how good he is myself, but what I've seen from him, he looks decent to me. So I think that he could be a surprise. And then also, generally unknown. You don't know what this guy's about. You don't have. I know we've seen a lot of articles from Athletic and other sort of media outlets describing what he does well and stuff, but people have actually not seen him. So I think he's one of these players where people are open-minded on what he would be like and what he could be like. And if he just starts well, I think he'd be off to a good start. And yeah, he'd be we got Shion in the wife beater, you know.
The streets are asking, is Shion in jail?
Yeah, Arsenal have got me in jail still.
They need to throw a tat in there with you, bro.
Oh, he's got you as well. Dad looks 13 years old, apparently.
Don't worry about all that, man. There's aloe vera and Hagner's ice cream.
All right, cool. So German Dad has gone with surprise of the season is Tomiyasu. Sheldon, I'll come to you next. Who is your surprise of the season?
Yeah, Dan kind of stole the guy I was going to choose as well. You know, when in relation to new signing, because like, for example, Ben White at 50 mil, it can't really be a surprise. Do you know what I mean? For us, he has to bang. So even if he does bang, it's not necessarily going to be a surprise because we have high expectations because of the price and the fee we paid. So either way, I don't think he can be a surprise. You know, Lokonga could possibly be a surprise, but you know, fitness permitting, I don't think Arteta will drop Xhaka. So, you know, if both are fit, you'd expect to see a pivot of Xhaka and Partey. So, yeah, I don't know in a one game a week season. Yeah, I don't know in a 1 game a week season if he's going to see enough. Possibly he might do. Obviously, you know, Partey's going to go AFCON. So maybe. But yeah, I feel yeah, and and Partey seems to, you know, he seems to have that footballing age now, which is older than his actual age. So that it looks like that's what he looks like how he's playing now. But yeah, I'll go with Tomiyasu mainly for the reasons Dan said as well. Just, you know, the unknown factor. You know, we haven't seen him much. You know, and it's one of those signings where obviously it's quite low risk. So even if he bombs, it's not like you could probably just ship him out the back door quite easily. And he's obviously not on high wages. So.
Is Sean gone for everyone else?
Bro,
we don't have great expectations. So if he does do well, am I still here? Can you hear me?
You're here. The prison obviously must have restricted your internet services.
Yeah. Prison internet's a bit peak. But yeah, no, I was. But yeah, no. I was saying for similar reasons to Dan said. You know, we haven't seen him much, and I think when someone comes in on a low fee and the expectations aren't high, it could be you know, sort of like a decent blessing in disguise. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Tomiyasu as well.
Yo, who's tuning in, big up you. He says Arteta will surprise his supporters by failing to improve despite getting his preseason and having more time on the training field without Europe. Do you know what, Yo? I don't think that would surprise anyone, if I'm being honest. It wouldn't surprise me. You know, I can see that certainly happening. Forex Dan, who's your surprise of the season?
Yeah, to be fair, I had the same one down, but I feel like I'm gonna change it since these guys have gone with the same answer. Because for me, I do like Tomiyasu's profile, just in terms of his height. He seems that he's quick across the ground. He's good 1v1, and he seems quite decent on the ball in terms of his left both his ambidextrousness and been able to play off both feet. So if that was our centre back signing, I probably would be quite happy with that business, especially for the price. And maybe you could understand a bit more about, letting someone like Saliba go out. So I do like his profile. I can't claim to have watched any matches of him, but on his comps, it looks like he probably is actually more suited to the Premier League than someone like Ben White, who obviously has been playing here for one season. So I think surprise of the season, I might go with Smith Rowe now instead, because I think he might have an explosive year in terms of his goal scoring. I think towards the end of last season, he got a couple goals, was getting into more shooting positions. And I think in these first 3 games, he's been letting the thing go a little bit. We saw in pre-season, left-footed strike hit the post. Against Brentford, I think he probably had one of the 3 chances that we made in that game. And against Man City and Chelsea, we didn't really create much, but I think he looked very lively. So I think now that, Partey's back, can feed it between the lines, Odegaard's there to sort of play some of those through balls. Smith Rowe might get a bit more joy in the penalty box. And I feel like if he's able to score something like, 7 or 8 goals, potentially over the course of the whole season in the league, that would be a big surprise for a lot of people. And I think that'll be a big bonus for us. So I'm going to go Smith Rowe, surprise of the season.
Interesting. If if ESR has a good season, I don't know if it would be too much of a surprise. But maybe it'd be more of a surprise to the ops. People might actually start taking him serious. No more Emil Midrow, or all of that stuff. How we all feel about that.
Hold on. Didn't you used to say that?
Who?
I know that ain't who I think it is.
No, I never used to say that. I've never called him that before.
Get on him. Don't let him get away with it.
Yeah, Lewis, you just remember you're not allowed on this train, You're not allowed on this.
I'm already aboard.
Yeah,
all right, cool. My surprise of the season. I'm going to be a bit controversial, okay? And I'm not for the signing or anything like that, right? I just don't think he's going to be as bad and a travesty as many think he is going to be. And I'm going for Aaron Ramsdale.
I knew it. I knew it was coming.
Yeah. I don't like him. I don't like the signing. But I'm starting to get the impression we've gone too far the other way. That maybe he has got this reputation of like he's coming to the this team has a reputation of being like the worst goalkeeper in the league and all that stuff. I'm not certain that's true. The more I've watched of him, maybe I'm just convincing myself that he's going to be okay for us. But I want him to have a go. I want Leno out of the team. I want Ramsdale to get his shot. Let's see how good he really is. So yeah, he's going to be my surprise this season because I don't think he's going to be as bad as everyone thinks he's going to be. I'm not saying he's going to be great. I just don't think he's going to be worst goalkeeper in the league vibes. I think he might just be an average Premier League goalkeeper. And I don't think he's going to be much worse than the Leno that we've got now, personally. But we'll see. We'll see how that comes across come the end of the season. I hope I'm right about that because we need to be right. We need to be right about this position. So yeah, that's my surprise of the season. Next we'll go to flop of the season. Well, before we go there, let's get a few of the listeners' ones. So let We've got Adil. He says, big up Adil, a ringside listener as well. He says, Lewis is convincing himself with Ramsdale because he's desperate. Like when you buy a fake Rolly for 5k and try to desperately convince yourself it's real. Maybe. Listen, I'm not trying to convince myself that he is, the real deal or anything like that. I'm just not convinced he's as crap as we thought he was, and myself included. So not to say that he is amazing or anything like that. But yeah, at least Ramsdale is happy playing for us. Doesn't look the case for a lot of the others. That's Dweller 16. Tommy A Man 2. He says Lewis defo doesn't sound convincing. Hey lads, I'm just trying to do my job, man. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just giving my opinion. Cool. Let's go to flop of the season. If you are listening live, you can get your flop of the seasons. Put them in the comments and I'll read them out. German Dan, I'll come to you first again. Actually, no. Let's change it around. I'll go Forex Dan first, just in case you guys have all got the same one.
This name is killing me, man. My flop of the season, I'm going for Xhaka. Personally, I feel like, obviously people are a bit torn.
You say Xhaka?
Yeah, Xhaka. Flop of the season.
I wasn't expecting that. All right, fair enough.
I feel like people are a bit torn on this guy. I feel like people sort of talk themselves into him having a good season last year, etc. And I think, it's going to be a rude awakening with this guy yet again. I think you saw what he was on against Man City, and he went on piss. You saw really in pre-season, I didn't really see much from him in the games that he played against Spurs and against Chelsea. And I feel like people are going to, wake up and open their eyes when they see what some other centre mids are doing this season. I think this is where we're finally going to get a line drawn under this guy, where people see that he's really just not cutting the mustard and not really good enough. Hopefully, Lokonga Partey turns out to be a good partnership in these next 3 games, and the team actually plays some good football, which I'm slightly predicting because I feel like with those two, they're a bit more diverse in the way they play their passes, etc. So I feel like our attackers can actually eat, and I feel like we'll see the difference when Xhaka comes back into the team. So I'm going to put him as my flop of the season, especially after he got his new contract.
That's interesting that you've gone Xhaka, and I definitely get the logic around it. Comments mostly saying Ben White. I'm sure that's going to be one of you guys. Although I do wonder who's going to be the one to do it. Sheln, let me come to you next. Who is your flop of the season?
I went Lacazette, man.
Okay.
So main reasoning for that was because I feel like Arteta hasn't been predictable in what he's been able to pick for a lot of the time he's been here, just because he's very big on his specificity. But I feel like I can pretty much guess what the team is now if everybody's fit, and that means Lacazette won't play. He'll be on the bench, most weeks, and in a 1 game a week season, especially with him, his contract runs out in 10 months. We don't need to play him. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just not expecting him to score many goals. So that's pretty much the reason I'm going for him flop of the season. He had supposedly an okay season last season, but still, that was season 4. He still hasn't reached 20 goals in all competitions, costing us 52 million. I think he's been an absolute abhorrent signing. But, it just doesn't get focused on much because, in the eyes of some people, he does what, the supposed link up, I know, which I think is just vastly overstated. So yeah, I just feel like, I don't think he's going to start much, and I can't wait till he goes, basically. So yeah, I feel like I predicted in that spreadsheet Dan sent round, I said I don't think he'll even get 10 league goals this season. That's my prediction.
Interesting. It's interesting you've gone for flop of the season for someone who, both of you have gone for flop of the season for 2 players who we already don't really rate, right? and we aren't really expecting much from them anyway.
The thing is, what you just said, you said two players we don't really rate. You know, they're quite polarizing opinions in the fan base. There's a lot of fans that rate Lacazette and a lot of fans that rate Xhaka as well. Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yeah, I think they're both very popular, man. I think they're both very popular players.
Okay. German Dan, who are you going with?
I put her in the spreadsheet even for the pod. We don't really do big signings well. If you go back the years, I think only 3 of them I liked, which were Sanchez, Ozil, and Aubameyang. The rest of them, Xhaka, Mustafi, Lacazette, Pepe. Boy, some of these are big flops. And if you sign a centre-back that costs £50 million and he doesn't seem to be winning area duels, I think I'm on the safe side saying he probably really will be a flop as well. I think there will be added scrutiny. I think it'll be a difficult season for him, a difficult season for Arsenal. And I have to put a little caveat in there. I still think he's a good player, nice with the ball and whatever, but he doesn't quite fit the requirements for what Arsenal need. Benjamin William White, the lights are going to be on him this season. I can't lie. I think he's gonna be under a lot of pressure, even just from that Brentford game. You start to censor when the pundits start talking about the player. Like when Gary Neville and Carragher were talking about him, like, you just got to get in there. You got to get your body across. It's like they're going to be talking about this every single game he plays. So I think the light's going to be thoroughly on him. That price tag doesn't help him. And yeah, Arsenal are not in a great state, great shape. The squad is not really ready to compete with the top teams, so that's not going to help him either. I think it's going to be him.
It's hard to look past Ben White for me because I think the fee, similar to Ramsdale in a certain case, I just feel like these transfers can't win. I think they would just have to be so much. They would just have to be so much better than we expect them to be for them to even be, successes, or even not flops. Even
if he's solid for a couple games and then he has to slip up in the game, those things are the things that are going to be remembered. He's going to be remembered,
of course. And now he's under the spotlight. He's been put under the spotlight by the media. Arsenal had this reputation of being a soft team, and and because it got highlighted in the media, it used to go on for years. Arsenal could get bullied off the pitch. It used to be that running media narrative. And I do feel like when the media cottons on to you potentially being, a certain way or have a certain characteristic about your game, you could have Ben White could go on a run of 10 games absolutely bullying attackers, right? He could have one game on the 11th game where he gets bullied and the narrative becomes the same again, and I feel like he's kind of got that reputation now where, and it's unfair because he's only played one game for us. It really is unfair.
It's also interesting they've done this as well, considering the media are normally very protective of British players as well. So, maybe we'll see how it plays out. It's like we said, it's only been one game, but yeah, I was quite, not that, because obviously he didn't play well in the Brentford game, but I was quite shocked at, some of the way Carragher and Neville, focused on him, considering there's been loads of English players that have dropped hella stinkers and they've never ever batted an eyelid at them as well. So maybe it's an Arsenal thing, but yeah, we'll see how it plays out over the course of the season.
I don't know though. I feel like when Stones was making these errors and that kind of thing, I feel like pundits highlight that as well.
Right, Dan. And with all this Forex money, you're gonna have to get a decent mic, bro. You're sounding mad.
Sorry about that. But yeah, I feel like, I feel like when some of these players, I think the only one they've really sort of come out and defended is probably Harry Maguire in the media. But I feel like a lot of these centre backs, especially when they're supposed to be, sort of ball playing CBs, they do get highlighted, especially when they're playing for the top clubs. My thing with Ben White is that fee that we paid. I sort of agree with you. It's very similar to the Pepe thing that, how good is this guy going to have to be immediately for him to even justify that? And not even just immediately, he has to be sort of like one of the best centre-backs in the division for the next sort of like 5 years for that fee to be justified. Same way that Pepe had to come in and be basically, a Sadio Mane or a Mo Salah to justify that fee for Wingland. So the moment that they're not that, they're basically not living up to expectations. So I just feel like it's a bit silly from Arsenal to pay that much money, because to me, he's actually never going to justify that fee.
Yeah, and Shamark just brought up a really good point as well. Saliba comps are killing Ben White. The better Saliba does, the more of a flop Ben White becomes, right? Even if Ben White is perfectly fine, if Saliba is balling out in France, it makes the situation even worse. So he's got so many things going against him. I just think it's really hard to look past Ben White. I'm not positive that he's going to be like awful and he's going to cost us games or anything like that. I don't know if necessarily that's the truth, but I just don't see how with all the context we have around the signing, I don't see how this signing can be anything other than a flop. And if we finish 8th or 9th this season and Saliba balls out, we ship 50 goals this season, then people are going to look at the numbers and say, hey, look, 50 million for this guy. Look at the difference between this season and last season where we only conceded 40 goals or whatever. So yeah, Ben White for me as well, guys, and it doesn't bring me any happiness to say that because I want the geezer to do well, but I can't look past him. Let's talk player of the season then. Let's talk player of the season. Sheldon, I'll come to you first since you haven't had a go going first yet. Who is going to be your player of the season?
Yeah, I went quite obvious. Actually, no, it's not obvious, but I went with Saka. I just feel like he could use, what happened over the summer as course of motivation. For me, he made big strides forward last season, especially in his impact going forward from the right wing. He showed so many different facets and strings to his bow that, necessarily I didn't think he had. There were often in the group chat we would say, oh, he doesn't do this. And then the next week he would download that software and start doing it. Do you know what I mean? I remember when man were talking about he doesn't run in behind. There was that game against Southampton. He literally ran in behind and he bagged. He's looked just a big threat off the right wing. Combines well, goes in behind. It's just his finishing he needs to tidy up. And I think that's the easiest part of the game to tidy up. So I think there's just a lot of good facets he has to his game. And I'm hoping that he can take the step forward this season. So I kind of see no reason why not. He got 6 goals last season, but he missed a shed load of chances. So he could have easily been in double figures. So yeah, I feel like he could hit double figures in all comps this season, fitness permitting. So yeah, I feel for me personally, if we're to have a good season, it will be reliant on, goals coming from elsewhere as well. Obviously, we need Oba to get back to what he was, but we need a big step up from the likes of ESR and Saka as well. So I'm backing Saka to make that stride forward.
Cool. German Dan?
Yeah, I was thinking about player of the season. I thought the English lads had an obvious sort of choice and probably a safer choice. And I'm just going to go with the player that I think is the best player in the team. And for me, that's Partey. So I think if he stays fit, I think it'd be very obvious that he's the best player we have at Arsenal. He needs to play 30 games in the league this season for me. I need to stop with this the Yam festivals and DOT brunches every weekend.
You can't help it, man.
Bro, you just need to focus on playing football, bro.
Brother, this guy has seen London babes that he weren't seeing in Madrid, boy. He is out every weekend. I said, big man, come on, bro. Play football, bro. Man. I see him at a different motive every weekend on Insta.
I saw him at Kate's calf like last week.
He's gonna be in Tate next weekend, bro. Please focus on the football. But if he does, I think, and if he plays consistently, and stays largely injury free, he's back from injury now. I think he could have a very, very strong season and be the biggest sort of differentiator for us. I still back Aubameyang. I just think Partey has that new feeling still a little bit. So I think he could be a player of the season this year. Hopefully, some of these long races actually go into the goal this year as well.
Yeah, that would help, right? Forex Dan or ACN Dan, they're calling you now.
ACN Dan, Forex Dan. I'll take either of them. It's calm, yeah. I went for Aubameyang, as my player of the season. I feel like, it's just time for him to step up. This is more hopeful one than anything that I'm seeing from him because, only thing we've seen is him score that hat trick against West Brom. Otherwise, he's been firing blanks. But for me, I'm just hoping that he gets to start up top with the creative guys in behind, and I'm pretty confident that if Partey's playing, Makonga's playing, and you have the likes of Smith Rowe, Saka, ESR behind him, he'll get the chances that he needs, despite Arteta's tactics. So I've gone big on him in all of these predictions, basically. So I'm going for him player of the season, hoping that he can come good and find the form that was missing last year. That's going to be one of the guys I'm going to be cheering on in the stadium, one of the few.
Fair enough. For me, I think it's going to be obvious who's going to be the player of the season. I really do. It's going to be Emil Smith Rowe. I think he's already started the season like he's our best player, right? And I can see that continuing for the whole season. I really do. So yeah, for me, it's simple. I think he's already a fan's favorite. The fact that he is the number 10, he's just signed a new contract. I think he's just going to ball out every week, and I think people are just going to recognize that. And even if we are in a failing team, look, we've got battered for the first 3 games of the season, and all we've been talking about in terms of like players who have played well, every single game has been Emil Smith Rowe. Oh, it's like, right, what are the positives from today, guys? Well, Emil Smith Rowe did well, didn't he? And I feel like no matter what happens this season, he's going to be the star. He's going to be the standout player. Saka, I'm not too sure about. I feel like he could have a bit of a spell this season where, well, he's already in a bit of a dry spell, isn't he? I think he's got like 1 goal, 1 assist in these last like 17 games or something like that. So Emil Smith Rowe, performance-wise, I can see him just killing it this year, and he's going to be my player of the year. Cool. What else we got? Young player of the year. So let's, how old are we saying for young player of the year first? How old are you going to be? You got to be like,
I can't be older than 21.
And should we just forget first teamers?
No. Because in a 1 game season,
because I'm just going to pick ESR then.
Yeah, that was my pick anyway. That was ESR was my pick for young player of the season anyway. So I went Saka main, I went ESR young.
Okay.
So yeah, I kind of did it the reverse. But yeah, I feel like, because I sort of agree with what you're saying. ESR will play every week, pretty much fitness permitting, or at least 80% of games, fitness permitting. I think Arteta trusts him a lot actually, which actually kind of bodes quite well for him. Like I said, I think people think the Odegaard signing meant it was bad for him, but I didn't really see it that way. Like I said, I think they're both complementary and they can both play with each other. So, and when he signed a new contract, Arteta spoke about placing more pressure on him, but I feel like he might be the sort of kid that can handle the pressure and he probably will embrace it a bit more. So, I just need to see that productivity improve. And I feel like he's one of those, because I remember when Fabregas was really young and he couldn't, even though he was a baller, he couldn't hit a barn door. Then Wenger was like, it was just a case of composing himself. And when Fabregas got that first goal, the goals just started flowing. So for me, it's not really a lack of ability with regards to why ESR hasn't scored. I know people have said that 2 of Pepe, Oba and Lacazette need to start every game. I don't necessarily agree. I just feel like we need to pick the best players. And the best Oba's the best goal scorer. So for me, he will play. And we need to have high touch players around him. Do you know what I mean? I still think, even though it was such a small sample size, what I saw from ESR, Odegaard, Saka around him in games like, the Leeds game, I thought that was a good blueprint to work from. So I feel like that needs to be, stretched more. And I think if that can get a run of games, we'll see what that trio behind Oba is really about. But I think it's promising.
You're going Saka.
No, ESR. Saka went main.
All right, ESR. Right, Sean's gone ESR.
Oh, Lou, just
German
look at
Dan.
the spreadsheet, bro.
Huh?
Just look at the spreadsheet, man.
What spreadsheet? What spreadsheet?
Dan did like a Google sheet, innit?
Oh, is it? What? I can look at the. Oh, so why am I writing it down for then? Are you guys not changing your predictions?
We might do, but you can do it like on the sheet, yeah? You don't have to write it.
Where's the
Yeah,
sheet?
I've been updating it as we're going along. It's in the main WhatsApp.
All right. Okay. What is? All right. I see it. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Nice one.
Yeah, I picked ESR, Young Player of the Year.
All right. Cool. I don't need to get me notebook out then. Eh? Put it
Oh,
away.
you're
Yeah?
writing a lot.
All right,
I think
cool.
it was.
I was all right. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. All right. Cool. Right. You've gone. Right. I might as well just read out your shit then. Right. Cool. So. Right. German Dan's got Emil Smith Rowe. Well, I've been put Emil Smith Rowe in there and I ain't even said it's Emil Smith Rowe. I haven't filled it out.
I think Forex Dan has been live updating it, man.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Forex then with the live in-play updates, yeah? All right. Cool. All right. So everyone's gone Emil Smith Rowe across the board. Can you win Young Player of the Year and Player of the Year at the same time? You can?
I think
so. I don't need to change it?
I think you can. Yeah, I think you can.
In the Prem, I'm sure there's a couple players who have done it before. Who have won player of the season. And
Yeah, I think
did
both.
Gareth, yeah, I was going to say, did Ronaldo do it?
Ronaldo might have as well. I think there's only been 2 players that have done it.
Yeah,
maybe Hazard, but I can't remember.
Yeah, Bell's definitely done it, hasn't he?
All right, cool. Right, Cavcast View. He says, "Big up Alexis." By the way, better go subscribe to Cavcast View as well. He's a Chelsea fan, so make of that what you will. But he says this is why you're my favorite Touchlight channel. No weeks off. AJV1. He says Lakonga Dark Horse. Not too sure.
Maybe if he gets enough games, he might be. I like the look of him, but I just feel like Xhaka's gonna get the nod in it. Really,
I like Lakonga as well.
I just don't see him playing enough games. I have to be honest. If we say we had Europa and he was guaranteed to play like 20 games, then you could maybe make a case for it. But like most of his appearances this season are just going to be sub appearances off the bench. So it's hard to, in my opinion, anyway.
You know, the thing with Lakonga as well is that ESR and Saka are already, like, in terms of popularity, they're way ahead, and they are way more comfortable in the first team already. So and they have been putting up good performances. So they just have to continue what they're doing. Essentially, if one outperforms the other, it will be between them two. I think fairly straightforward. It takes a lot for Lakonga to be in a conversation already, I think, and he might not even play. So I think it'll be a bit difficult. But let's see.
I'm surprised at all the ESR hate here. Kwaku says ESR is getting too much ratings. Murabit Suso, he says Smith Rowe needs to get his goals and assists up. Can't be gassing drives and 1-2s all season.
I mean, we literally just said he needs to improve his productivity. But I can't believe, I don't understand. What are you, man, watching? If you don't think ESR is one of our better players, I don't really understand what you're watching, bro.
Rob says, unless ESR gets his goals and assists up, he's going nowhere.
I don't know, you man are haters, boy.
Yeah, I don't know if these Arsenal fans, they might be. They might just be here for the pain.
This is why I went through my surprise of the season, man, because these man, they're not ready, innit? They're not ready.
I get it.
The explosion.
But you went for Tomiyasu, apparently, according to your spreadsheet, mate.
What did I? I changed it. Do you remember? I said.
He changed it.
Listen, I'm just going by your spreadsheet, mate. Yeah, I'm just going by your spreadsheet.
I said I'll change it because these men both said the same answer, innit?
I remember. Yo-Yo said Martinelli if Arteta's sacked early enough. AJ1 says no shots for Martinelli. I think we're kind of all off the Martinelli train. Duella16, he says if Martinelli plays more as a striker, he might be Young Player of the Year. Can't see it.
I'm going to be totally honest with you. There's not enough minutes for Martinelli. He's just not.
He should have gone on loan, man.
He's not going to play that much, bro.
Yeah.
He's actually just not going to play that much football. Like, one, we've just already said, like, if Pepe's ahead of him in the pecking order, and even though Pepe's bare jarring, I probably still would have it ahead of him in the pecking order. So realistically, you've just got to ask, when is he going to play that much? There's a lot of players, because also, like, I'm vexed because Lacazette's staying, for example. Balogun's not going to play, so it's going to look like another wasted season. It's going to be a wasted season for him. Eddie Nketiah is here, so Yeah, man. There's a lot of youngsters that probably aren't going to get the minutes they would have ideally liked this season.
By the way, I'm still on the Martinelli train. By the way, I'm not having this. He's a false image. I just feel the manager system. It doesn't suit him. You've seen him under Unai Emery when we create chances. That was and on the Ljungberg as well. And Ljungberg wasn't even someone that people really rated. But when we are in a team that creates chances, all of these sort of technical deficiencies and whatnot, they don't really matter. Like if you look at, some of the Wenger teams, Theo Walcott, probably one of the worst players technically to ever play for this club. But it didn't really matter because Wenger understood the type of player he was and focused on him just making runs in behind. I feel like Arteta is sort of, he's shagging a lot of our players because he's obsessed with this sort of, this technical ball, and making them try and do multiple things rather than maximizing their strengths. I think if Martinelli was playing under someone like Klopp, or even someone like Tuchel, look at Timo Werner and how dangerous and threatening he looks in that Chelsea team. And I think Martinelli is much better technically than someone like Werner, even though Werner's obviously got that pace. So all of this, sort of Martinelli not looking as good, I'm putting that solely on the manager rather than Martinelli, because for me, he's a very threatening player. And if you get him into positions, I think he's got a great shot in him, got good striker's instincts in and around the box. So the fact that he's not really looking great, I'm putting that on the manager.
I'm adding some to this as well. I'm not off the Martinelli hype as well. I think it's just we need to start being reasonable with what we expect players to perform and produce on this manager and in general. Martinelli's still a young player. I think this podcast has been lamented for what we said about Saka when many of us
Laminated.
I don't know. Is that the English word?
Lamented.
Lamented, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's like
German DC.
Man said he put us in a laminator.
You got me. Oh, my cover has been blown, bro. Undercover, But yeah, I think again, it's one of these things where I feel like we shouldn't be judging these young players too early. We were quite wrong on Saka. A lot of people also wrong on ESR. A lot of people were wrong on Willock. Like, just relax and see what they do. It's evident that these guys are very talented. Otherwise, they would not be Arsenal Football Club. And he's also showcased in the past that what he can do. He's obviously a goal threat. He can score goals left, right, with his head. I mean, I wouldn't go too far the other way with him. That will be a bit, I don't know. It would not be a reasonable thing to do given the circumstances, I think.
All valid points, lads. All valid points. All right, let's move on to some of the like the individual stat kind of ones. I guess one of the most important ones this season is going to be whether we can get some goals on the board. Can you add some columns, sis Dan? Because I think we should do like team goals as well. Yeah, so let's do team goals first, and then we can go on to the individual goal scorers.
When you say team goals, are you talking about like good combination moves like that? Just
no. Like how many goals are we going to score this season?
The team score as a whole.
How many we scored last season?
We scored 55 league goals.
55 league goals, probably our lowest of like ever since 1926 or something, man.
And we already fired 3 blanks at the start of this season as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Boy.
So I guess the question is, will we score more than last season? I think we will. Simply because Saka's another year older. I think he's going to start scoring a little bit more. I think ESR will score a bit more. The fact that we only had ESR and Ødegaard from Christmas probably negatively impacted our goal scoring. And actually, when you look at since Xmas, there we go. I got to slip it in. I think we actually scored 3 or more goals on quite a lot of occasions. I think only Man City scored I think maybe only Man City's scored more than us. I don't know the stat.
Yeah,
but
I saw. But in our first 14 games last season, we only scored 12 goals.
Yeah.
But in the 24 league games after that, we scored 43. So
Yeah.
We actually probably, even as much as the team pissed me off, we were actually on a quite decent pace in the second half of the season.
We were scoring like two goals a game from that period. So I do expect us to start scoring some goals, and I'm gonna go for nothing spectacular, but I think we'll get an extra 10 goals. I'm gonna go for 65 goals. How's that sound, German Dan? You're frowning. I don't know if I don't think you agree with it.
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go back into the historical data and see what we've done on the Wenger, on the Emery. I
can tell you if you like.
Yeah, if you can do that, that would be lovely, mate.
No problem. Just talk while I get the stats up. Right? Go on,
Because the thing for me is obviously, I think that I don't want to say the Ixma stuff from in whatever, but when Odegaard came into the team and ESR was in the team, we were definitely attacking wise more potent. But I don't want to put my neck out there, man, because I don't have trust in this attack guy. So I'm not going to be out here saying, yeah, Arsenal going to score 70 goals when this guy is the manager, you know. So I think we will score more than last year, simply for the reasons you've stated as well. We have two players that should pick up on their goal scoring. Pepe should even pick up on his goal scoring. He scored 10 goals, maybe he scored 12, 13. Aubameyang needs to pick up on his goal scoring. I'm sure he will. He scored 10. Probably will score like 15. So all these kind of things will add up to probably maybe around an extra 10 to 15 goals if we are lucky. And if it goes well. So I would probably predict around 65, 68 goals from the team. I think around that range would make sense because there's goal scorers in the team that didn't score last season, and there's players that are coming into good form and like the ability to score. They're actually in good positions to score enough of the time. And as Sharon and for example alluded to, brushing up on the finishing could be a real difference maker for both Saka and ESR this season.
If you look at under Emery, we scored 73 goals in his first season. We actually scored quite a lot of goals under Emery, which is really difficult to understand, really and truly, because we didn't create much under Emery, and a lot of the games, as we well know, we were dominated in. So it's quite interesting that we did score quite a lot. Wenger's last seasons, we were scoring like 74, 77. We actually had a 65 in there under Wenger, 71, 68, 72, 74, 72. The last time we scored over 70 goals was 09-10, and we actually got 83 goals. So we were hovering around like mid to low 70s under Wenger.
That's fair. And that kind of made sense considering under Wenger we were always quite out for a shooter. So that do you know what I mean? So yeah, I kind of agree with you. I feel like we might be around this if we have the uplift that we're predicting, we might be around 65. I mean, to be honest, it should be in the 70s. I can't lie to you because like Dan said,
it has to be. If you want to achieve anything, it has to be.
It has to be. Oba can score goals, Pepe can score goals. Even though I'm not big on Laka, he can score goals. Do you know what I mean? So the goal scoring potential is there. It's whether about the system can create enough chances. So obviously now this season we'll kind of see more of the potential of ESR and Odegaard in terms of how much they can bring to us in terms of allowing us to arrive in the final third in more promising positions. So I think that will dictate a lot of what we do. So yeah, if their creative numbers are good, then I think we stand a better chance of posting good numbers. So I'm gonna go around 65 to 68. I'll say 60. I'll say 68. That's what
68. 68.
Yeah. I'll say 68.
That's as many as Liverpool scored last season.
Pause, yeah.
Go on, ACN Dan. You're on mute.
Sorry. Yeah. Basically, I've totaled up my sort of individual league goals and added 4 from my own goals and
miscellaneous.
Yeah, so I've gone 70. So maybe I've done but the thing is, let me even try and justify this now. Yeah, let me try and justify this because I'm
is this going to seep into? Is this going to seep into the next conversation of like individual goal scorers?
Yeah, basically, because I'm just
All
thinking now, I'm moving mad optimistic, really, but
the real old Posy stand up.
yeah, but the thing is, last season we were actually terrible at home. We were really, really bad at home, and I feel like just the uplift of home form might actually create an extra 15 goals. So I think we went, I think it was like 7 home games last year without scoring a goal. So even if you get, a couple or three or so free goals scored at home, you get some way to making up that difference to 70. So I think our home form needs to improve a lot this year for us to get anywhere near that, because last season our home form was abysmal. And I feel like with fans back, it does make a difference. I think people like Aubameyang, they do buzz off the crowd a little bit. And so I'm hoping that, with him getting a good total and some of these other guys picking up, so, Saka getting a couple more, maybe 3 more goals than he scored last year, ESR getting 3 or 4 more goals than he scored last year, Odegaard chipping in with 5 goals here and there, Pepe getting another 10. These can start to add up quite quickly. So that's what I'm banking on.
Before we move on to the individual goal scorers, Dan, can you just do another row for goals conceded? Can we do that? Thanks, Dan. Thanks. He's regretting doing this spreadsheet now. He's regretting it. So last year we conceded 39 goals, which, in compared to the rest of the league, was like
it was quite, wasn't it like third, fourth best? It was third best last season, but
that doesn't mean we're a good defensive side, though.
Yeah, because it really impacted us offensively as well.
Yep.
Like you've already seen this season, Arteta's spoken about trying to try a higher line, and man's trying a higher line with guys like Holding, and we've already conceded 9 goals this season. So yeah, I think we might score more, but it will be at the trade-off of probably conceding a little bit more as well. So I will say, I'm gonna say we're gonna concede like 42.
42, just the extra 3.
No, actually 45.
45, see?
Yeah.
45. Got to add the miscellaneous on that.
No, because I said 68 goals, 45. Yeah. I feel, that sounds about right. I feel like we'll finish with like a goal difference of like plus 23. Yeah. 45.
Yeah, I can see Sean convincing himself. You see? Yeah. Right, considering we've conceded 9 goals already, Sean. Do you wanna come back to it?
No. 45. I think. Yeah. I'm gonna stick with 45.
45.
If we concede more than 45, we are in the mud, bro.
I think we're gonna concede 50.
Yeah.
Bro, I was gonna say put at least 15 on that. We conceded last year.
Yeah, I think 50. I really do think 50. I think we'll score more but concede more. I think Louise is going to be a bit of a miss. I think we're going to have to. The reason why I was pro signing a centre back, obviously, I wanted to keep Saliba. I just think we're going to play too many games with Holding and Mari playing. Maybe sometimes even Kolasinac.
If after spending over 100 mil on defenders, you're conceding 50, I need you flogged in broad daylight. I need you flogged in broad daylight. Over 100 mil.
You bought every King's Landing like Cersei, yeah? That's what you need.
You bought every defender you wanted. I don't want to hear no excuse, bro. There's no excuse. You bought so many defenders at the expense of buying midfielders and attackers. I don't want to hear any excuse. You've spoken about your specificity. You've got your specificity. Don't come to me telling me you're conceding 50 goals. You'll be flogged in broad daylight.
Let me just quickly say, when I said Jerome Boateng on a free, you man tried to flog me in the group chat.
Dan, they tried to flog you, mate. They tried to flog you. They tried to say we didn't need a centre back. We do need a centre back, guys. We did need a centre back because we're going into games playing fucking Pablo Mari and Rob Holding. These men are not good enough to be backups. We needed a centre back, irregardless if Saliba stayed. And you know what? If we had signed this Tommy Arsu Don and kept Saliba, I would have been happy. I would have said, I would have said 35 goals conceded. Yeah, I would have said 35 goals. We certainly don't concede 9 goals in our first fucking 3 games. So yeah, I'm going for 50. Sean's gone 45. German Dan, Nigerian Dan, what have you gone for?
53.
53 for German Dan.
I go 52.
52 for Nigerian Dan. It's looking bleak. It's looking bleak. Okay. Should we do points as well? Should we do points while we're at it? Or no, we'll do that with league position. We'll do that with league position. All right, cool. Let's get on to some of the individual goals, right? Because I know Dan's chomping at the bit to get his justification for us scoring 70 goals out of the way. Let's start with Oba. Let's face it. If Oba scores 20 goals this season, we've got a shout of, having not a great season, but getting back into some kind of European competition.
If Oba scores 20 in the league, I think we will be in and around the top 6. I don't think he will, though. That's my prediction. I don't think he will. Not necessarily because of him, because I don't think he's declined that much, but I just don't know how much we're going to create for him on a regular, consistent basis. But if he did, I think we will be in shout for a decent position. 20 goals for Oba, league goals, just league.
So what's your prediction? And you've got here...
I said 15. I said 15.
15 for Sean. We've got German Dan, 18. Not bad, Dan. Not bad.
Yeah, Aubameyang has proven he can score in this league, man.
Mm-hmm.
He plays for the middle. Again, like all the predictions are based on if Arteta has a little bit of sense. Let's see how much sense he really has. But if I think Aubameyang is very capable of scoring 8 more goals. We've seen him score 20 plus goals in this league. I think the big thing in regard to a league positioning will be if the other players can score and be able to score as well. If Aubameyang plays for the middle, I don't see a problem of him scoring. But how many is Pepe going to get? How many is Lacazette going to get? How many is Saka, ESR? How many are they going to get to support our push for European place? This is where I have a bit of, not a lot of faith or not a lot of hope. But if Aubameyang plays for the middle, with Saka, ESR, Odegaard around, I'm sure he will score more than 15 goals. I'm thinking 18. Yeah. And if he really is feeling himself, he could score plus 20. Aubameyang is one of these players as well. Like he can go 2-3 games scoring braces, and that will like inflate his sort of goal record a lot. And then we could go for 5 games not doing anything, and then he again scores a hat trick against like Leeds or something like that. So I can see him scoring in patches and getting like a good total overall number, but not actually maybe affecting as much as we want the league position. That's what I can see, because I think the way we will set up and the players that we have now, we will go all out against the likes of Norwich, the likes of Leeds, like all these smaller teams. Now, I think we've showcased in the last 6 months that we can wash these. But when it comes to like the mid-tier teams and the top-tier teams, whoa. Yeah,
scary.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen there.
Nigerian Dan has gone for 20, which goes some way to explaining why he thinks Arsenal are going to score 70 goals this season. Dan, 20.
Yeah. 20 goals, man. I have to back him. Right.
You don't have to.
No, I do. That's my guy, man. That's my guy. And I feel like he's going to come back fit and firing, man. I genuinely think, there's not really any excuses now. There's people have been saying, we didn't have the number 10 at the start of last season, all of this stuff. But right now, there's no excuses. I think with all of these players in the team, we should create enough chances to get this guy 20 goals. We need to get more people in the box. We need to dominate possession, etc., etc. So I feel like now this guy has got his players. He needs to bang. So yeah, boy, I'm gonna back him 20 goals.
Yeah, it's difficult doing these predictions, right? Because like Paul has kind of alluded to here, he says we will score 70 when Conte takes over around 24th of October. Now, I don't believe Conte is taking over Arsenal, right? But I do think there's a very realistic chance of Arteta not being here come this time next month, say. So it's difficult doing these predictions because let me just stop waffling. I'm going to go 16. 16 for me. I just don't think, I think Oba is washed, personally. I think he's finished. Finished at the highest level, when he finished the elite striker that we know Oba was, I think that man is done. I think he's checked out. I don't think it's
Why?
physically. I don't think it's physical. I think it's mentally. I just don't know if he wants to be here. I don't know if he's hungry enough for it. When you've got a 30-something-year-old striker battling it out for 8th, I think there's someone made this point on Arsenal the other day. When you've got someone of that age battling out for 8th, 6th place, I don't think they give a shit. I really don't. Like, he probably wanted to leave this summer. A move just didn't come around. He probably was. When you think Man City didn't ask about him, I reckon they asked about him. I reckon a lot of the big teams are asked about Oba this summer, and Arsenal probably priced him out of it. I reckon he was chomping at a bit to get that move to a team who's actually going to challenge for things, somewhere he can snap pad, get his goals up, get a trophy. Because let's face it, Oba hasn't won much. He's 30-something. I don't think he's going to be motivated to battle it out for sixth place. I really don't. So 16, probably score 5 pens, 11 goals open play. That's my prediction. We've got Laka League goals next. So Dan Cougs, you got 12. German Dan's got 10. Sean, you've got 10. So you guys are in and around the same range there. Is this because you think Laka's going to start quite a lot of games then, or?
I don't think he's going to start much. That's what I said earlier.
But you still think he's going to get 10?
I mean, there's games to go around. Like, we'll play like in. Oh wait, was that just league or was that all comps?
No, it's league.
Oh, league. Take it down to 8.
8.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to bring your Arsenal league goals down from 68, bro.
No.
Wait, German Dad, you said 68 goals as well.
No, I said 65, not 65 to 68.
No, you need to choose one. Come on, man. You're on 66 and a half.
Put 67.
Okay. All right. So Sean said 8. German Dan's gone 10. Dan has gone 12. I'm gonna go for again. I just don't think Laka wants to be here. I really don't think he wants to be here. I think he probably really wanted to leave in the summer. He's in last year of contract. The only thing that's making me think he might slap some goals this year and be motivated is he wants to put himself in a shop window for that free transfer in the summer.
Fair point. Yes, fair point.
So I'm going to go... What did he get this season? 13, 14?
I think he got 13 league goals.
13. I'll go for 11 because I don't think he's going to play that much. I'll go for 11. All right, cool. Saka league goals. Dan, you've gone 8. Dan Kuz has gone 8 for Saka.
Yeah.
Let me hear the justification for this, man.
He got 6 goals last season, I believe, maybe 5.
All comps, no?
No, 5 comps in the league last season. He got 7 goals all comps last year.
Okay. He got 5 goals in the league. Why don't I remember any of these goals?
Family, he's not scored since January or something.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
But he got 5 in the league, and I feel like he's gonna get more chances. Personally, especially if he's playing on that right side. We'll see what he's saying about his finishing. I did like that finish against West Brom. I'm not gonna lie. On his right foot first time. So I'm hoping that he just gets a little bit more composure in front of goal, because honestly, this guy, he gets a lot of chances. I think last season, if he was say a clinical finisher, I don't think there's many actual clinical finishers out there, especially from wide positions. But if he does improve his finishing, I think he can definitely push close to double figures in the league. Because to me, a lot of our chances last year fell to him. And we've seen him. He scored for England as well the other day. Obviously, the opposition's Andorra, but that's a nice header. And he scored a header last year as well, I think, against Sheffield United. So,
I agree, man. I think he's got the nose for it. That's what I'm saying. He found himself in so many promising goal scoring positions. So, like Dan said, if he had actually had more shooting boots on last season, he would already hit double figures. So that's why I said I don't think it's out of the. And bearing in mind, like you said, how bad we were last season, I don't think it's out of the realms of impossibility either. And we got to factor in mind, I don't even think he played right wing for us till Boxing Day. So do you know what I mean? He started the season at left wing back, didn't he? So I feel like if we get him closer to goal, There's definitely more to extract there, man. So yeah, 100%. Wait, what did I say? What did I put down for Saka?
6
in league.
Yeah. Sean's just changing all of him. Yeah, rise that, man. Rise that.
No. Do you know what? Let me leave it there. Like, I feel like
he's gonna improve, but only score one more this season. One more.
We got you, sir.
No. But do you know what? Yeah, all comps he will be in double figures. That's what I think.
We don't want to hear all comps. He's already got like 3 against West Brom.
That's what
Actually, how many did he score against West Brom? Was it
just
the one,
bro? Just one.
One. We've got like 4 games left. All comps. Like seriously, we've got like 4 cup games left. All comps don't matter this season.
No,
unless we're gonna start counting the goals scored in friendlies.
No, yeah. I'm gonna leave it at 6 still.
6.
I'm gonna leave it at 6.
All right, massive improvement.
Yeah, boy, listen, baby steps in
it. German Dan.
I think I said 5, isn't it?
No, oh no, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Why am I even? Yeah, you've said 6 as well. I think. Do you not think he's going to improve that much, Dan? Because I feel like he's a very, 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 very poor finisher, and I don't see that necessarily improving right away. I think it's something that maybe not to say that it can't be improved on. Of course, it can be improved on, but I don't necessarily see this spark into being this really good goal scorer. I think he'll score more than last season, but only just about. I think he'll get 6.
But I guess my rebuttal to that, sorry, before you come in, Dan, as well, we said we didn't think he could do a lot of other stuff that he showed us he could do. Do you know what I mean?
True, and I was wrong.
And he's still 19, so I just think the margin for growth, like the guy has shown us continuously that he's always willing to learn and willing to improve. So yeah, I do think this is something that can be improvement. I really do, especially when you're someone who can get yourself into this.
Yeah, you're defending him, but you said the same number as Lewis, man.
I'm gonna go at me, and we've done the same prediction. Just say 11 like you want to. Say it with your chest.
You're not on the line, man.
No. Wait, hang on. Increase it by 1 to 7.
Oh my god.
No, do you know why? Yeah, I don't know if the ops are watching in it, so I don't want to go too high and then for it to
go bed. They go bed, man.
Yeah, 7.
7. Okay, right. 7. Let's move on to ESR. Right, you guys have been.
I haven't set my Saka bit yet.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, I think it's going to be similar to last year. I feel like the system. I just don't believe the system will allow him to score more goals. And I think he will get in a similar amount of situation opportunities as last season. And I'm not sure his finishing is going to be polished enough again. As Sean alluded to, like this kid surprises us a lot of times. So maybe he just picks up the finishing badge for next season and just starts slapping them in. But I just feel like the amount of opportunities he will get will not be much more. So I kind of feel like 5-6 is fair. I think it will be consistent. Listen, if this would be if Saka would play in a team with when we had like Alexis, Cazorla, Özil, brother, I would put 12 down, but we don't. This is not this type of team. So I'm picking safe 5-6 because I think he can replicate what he did last season. So yeah, that's me.
Perfect. ESR league goals. Now you guys, in my opinion, have gone quite high. Dan Cougs 7. I mean, I did expect anything less from the 70 goal season, man. He really needs ESR to score the goals. Germadan 5, Sean 5. Actually, I think that's reasonable. I think if ESR gets 5 league goals this season, I think I'd be reasonably happy with that. I see goals in this young man. But again, I'm not too sure how that comes together this season. So I'm gonna say 5. I'm gonna say 5. Any of you guys want to comment on ESR goals? I know we're taking a bit long going through these, so we might need to speed up at some point.
Yeah, similar to Saka. When Saka had his first full season, 5 goals, right? 5-6 goals. I just feel like it'd be in around the same ballpark, to be honest. I think I've gone a bit higher with assists, but I mean, 5 goals is not bad. It's just I don't think he will have 10 goals. So five seems reasonable for me.
Yeah. Fair enough. Ødegaard league goals. Right. Sean.
What did I say? What did I put? I put 5 in it. I put 5.
5.
Yeah. Because the thing is, I even said this when I signed. I said I need him to produce, bro. I said me and Dan both said 5 goals, 10 assists, bro. That's what I want from.
Why have I not seen you put any number? Have you put 0 assists?
No, did I not put something down for assists?
It's black.
I added that after.
Okay, yeah. No, yeah. So
I thought Sean said 5 goals, 0 assists.
No. That would be absolutely abhorrent, bro. Absolutely abhorrent. But yeah, 5 goals is doable. He got 2 in his time here in less than half a season. So I don't think 5 is unreasonable at all. And the funny thing about Ødegaard is he can actually shoot. He just doesn't shoot very often. But you know, we saw with that strike against Olympiacos, and even and this applies to all of them actually. ESR, Saka, and Ødegaard. You know, it's not even necessarily about like shooting from like 30-20 yards. It's about, you know, picking up certain positions where, you know, like look how many goals Sterling picks up just by arriving late at the back post. I remember there was one Saka scored against Benfica last season by just arriving late at the back post. Sometimes it's just about being necessarily in the right position. And I always think back to, you know, a good example is Pires and Lundberg. Think how many goals they just used to pick up by just being at the back post, you know, by just appearing at the right place at the right time. So I feel like that's the sort of thing these guys need to be, you know, adding that sort of string to their bow as well. So yeah.
I'm going to go 4 for Ødegaard league goals. I don't see a goal scorer in him. I think he's got a decent strike, but I don't think he's got a goal. I don't think he's got goal scoring now, personally. So I'm not expecting much from him. 4 goals, but I want them. Listen, I might have to chuck a chance creation thing in here as well, mate. Maybe that's a bit too overboard, but 4 goals for me. Pepe league goals, right? You've all gone 10. My one concern about Pepe, right? Let me just ask you guys this. My one concern about Pepe is I think he will score if he's on the pitch, but how often is he going to get on the pitch?
And do you know what? And that's what I literally just said. I just saw that and I was just thinking to myself, if I'm putting all this uplift for the other guys, like, and I was like, they're going to have the bulk of the main time, I might have to reduce that one. No, like you said, because I agree. I think if Pepe actually played pretty much every game, Pepe would probably be, because in his starts last season, he was basically 1 in 2 when he did start.
Yeah.
So
I think he only started 20 games, I think.
So, and he got what? He got 16 all comps?
Yeah.
15? So, yeah, it's just unfortunate. He probably is not going to start that much. But he's probably the one, in my opinion, with probably the best shooting technique in the team. The one that you think when he's on the pitch, he looks like he'll score, even though the rest of his game is crap. But, you know, he's good for tucking it in. So, maybe 10 is a bit optimistic.
I'm going for 10. I like 10.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I think he needs to get double figures again. I mean, I do have the same concerns as you, Lou, thinking he might not actually play that much, etc. But this brother needs to score 10 goals, man, minimum. Let's not forget, this guy cost us £72 million.
Yeah. And also, there's the opportunity for him to play from the left as well, or Saka to play from the left.
And he scored from the left as well. He's shown he can kick from both sides.
I do think if Arteta does want Oba to play up front, then that does leave that left wing position. No, it doesn't really.
It doesn't.
There's ESR.
The thing is for me, I think with Willian and Nelson both gone, there's enough space for these men to all get sufficient rotational minutes. Similarly to what Pep does, you might see it that someone gets 2 games in a row, then they come out the side for a game, and someone else gets 2 games in a row. So for me, there's enough minutes there to rotate those players behind the striker. So Pepe might play on the left, Saka might play on the left, Smith Rowe might play on the left, and you've got Pepe and Saka on the right as well. So and then maybe Martinelli and Aubameyang are your main strikers that you have there. But for me, everyone needs to at least hit the level that they hit last year. Maybe Lacazette, if he's not really starting as many. and Arteta's not using Aubameyang on the left either, there should be enough game time for these men to score, because at the end of the day, we actually need to start winning some matches, man. We've got one game a week. We actually need to start winning some games, and we're not going to win if these men are not scoring. So for me, Pepe needs to at least hit 10, because otherwise I don't really know what he's doing here. Because if he's not able to hit 10, we actually need to sell him and use that spot with someone else. It's the same thing for Smith Rowe and Saka that I've gone with, that and Ødegaard, that I feel like these men, they actually need to get serious. I know they're young, but if you're playing in the front four for Arsenal, you need to be productive in some manner. If someone is not scoring, or one of them is not really pulling up trees, then they shouldn't really be playing in the front four. Period. You know. So I need some numbers from these men.
Even if Pepe does score 10, he needs to be sold. He needs to be sold. Martinelli league goals. We got Dan Cougs 4, German Dan 3, Sheln 5. 2 for me.
I said 5.
Oh, bravo.
For Martinelli. But
Yeah.
I'll take that down to like 3, bro.
Sean seeing what everyone else is doing is like, yeah.
You're sleeping when you're doing this, or what? Like,
I must have been, bro. Yeah. Sorry, for my man, take that down to like 3, because
Your son did these predictions, isn't it?
Bruv, I'm telling you. No, because we've just spoken about minutes. Like Pepe not getting enough. If Pepe's not getting enough minutes, Martinelli ain't getting enough minutes, bro. So yeah, you have to take that down. Take that down to like 3. I don't think he's gonna. I just don't realistically see where it's gonna come from. He might. No, actually, no, he won't. He won't, because Pepe's going. I was saying he might go on loan in Jan, but Pepe's going off con, so I don't think he will. But yeah.
No. All right, let's get onto assists then. We've got ESR League assists. Wow, you guys are going heavy. Dan Coog 7, German Dan 8, Sheln 8. That's some productivity there, boy. You've got Dan has got ESR doing Madison level season 7 and 7.
You're on mute.
I told you we're coming. We're coming.
Right.
It's ESR Hive, boy. 7-7. We're coming.
German Dan 5 and 8. Sheln 5 and 8. Fucking hell, lads.
What
I mean, that's
what are you telling us, Lou? What are you giving him?
4 assists. Yeah. I don't think he's got the final ball for it yet.
He got 4 assists last season, man. In half a
Yeah.
season.
But
In
he
half a
was
season.
but in the league? 4
Yeah,
assists?
in the
league,
league.
yeah.
And all comps, it was like 7.
I always
Wasn't
find
it?
assists hard to measure because they don't necessarily align to creativity all the time. But
Like he's actually
all right, go on.
Create
Go
that
on,
many
5.
chances, but what, not like ESR's the type of play. He doesn't create that as many chances like an Ødegaard, but he
No.
creates those chances where he lays it back and someone will like finish. So
Yeah, Dan, you might have to go on mute if other people are talking because the echo.
I was going to say, though, I think I was reading an Orbinio tweet, and he was like, chances created last season. I think Ødegaard created one every 54 minutes. ESR created one every 56 minutes. So
Fair enough. All right, let me rise it. Let me rise it. 6. 5 and 6. Yeah. I like that. I like the sound of that. 5 and 6. Yeah. 5 goals, 6 assists. I'll have that.
Is that enough?
Yeah. For me, it's enough. For your first full season in the Premier League, I think that's enough.
Lou, you say he's going to get player of the season at Arsenal. You think he's going to get player of the season at Arsenal of 5 goals and 6 assists?
100%.
You've got to put some numbers on that, boy.
No, I don't. Who got player of the season last year?
I don't know.
Saka.
Right. And what did Saka get?
Yeah.
we had Lacazette as player of the season, and he scored like 7 goals or something, mate. Like, what the fuck is that all about? Saka league assists. You guys are going high. 9 for Dan Cougs, German Dan 7, Sheln 8. Man, what did Saka get last season? 6.
6
Hmm.
6 in the league.
6
Yeah, he got 5 and 6, Saka.
That's not bad. Yeah, I can see it's feasible, man.
Dan has got Saka doing a fucking madness this season.
I'm telling you,
Nigerian Dan has got Saka 8 goals, 9 assists in the league. Oi, oi.
I'm telling you, man. This the thing. I said it earlier. Stop on ESR. They're going to the moon. This once Arteta's sacked,
to the moon. See, you see the forex language coming out now, the trader language coming out to the moon.
What's it? $sign Saka, yeah. We're going straight up, man. Cool. That's the pod title, man. That's the pod title.
Hey, you man, I'm still in the second train, but I might have to take that down a little bit, you know.
7, yeah. I'm going for 5.
Shit is kind of high still. We might make European places if all these numbers come true.
Innit? We might win the league with these numbers, you know?
I can't lie. The way we've overestimated some of these numbers, bro, we might be finishing like top 4, bro.
I'm not even going to get to the next one before we get to it. My reasoning for giving Saka low is I'm going to go 4 for Saka. The reason I say 4 is last season, a lot of our creative burden was on him for the first part of the season. And I don't think that's going to be the case this season. I think we've got 2 bigger creators than him. Then you've got Tierney as well, who we hope to play more. I think those 3 players will create more, if maybe Tierney the same kind of amount as Saka. So I'm going to say 4 for Saka. I don't think the burden of creativity is going to be on him like it was last season. So I think it'll be less. Ødegaard league assist. Right. This is where I want to see the numbers. Sorry if I'm slapping down the microphone. Wait, is this showing one legit? Is this one legit? Is this? Wait, I'm looking at the right number here, yeah?
Wait, did I even put something that? What did I put, bro?
Well, Dan has filled it in for you.
Dan, brother, you know? I don't remember putting assist number for
right.
it.
I've got 10 for Dan Cougs, 10 for German Dan, and 10 for Sean. Sean don't even believe it. You lot don't believe it. Only Nigerian Dan believes it.
Yeah, I can't lie to you. I don't believe it.
Hey, listen. Are you not seeing the assist numbers? You got ESR 8, Saka 8, Ødegaard 8, Ødegaard 10. Sorry.
Right.
We're winning the league, lads. We're winning the league.
Right. Listen, I can't lie. This isn't tallying up with our league prediction.
Proper not tallying up.
Oh no, man.
So, right. Are you guys happy to stick with the 10?
Take it down to like 7.
Oh my God. Ditto.
So what you saying, Shell? 9? 8?
No, 7. 7.
7. All right, cool. 7. The 2 Dan's gonna bottle it as well. The 2 Dan's gonna bottle it.
I'll go down to 8.
All right, 8.
Right.
German Dan.
I kept my reduced my second number a little bit, but Ødegaard, I require you to get 10. I require you. So
I require it.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Do you know what though? I think how creative burden is going to be on him. He takes set pieces. Not that we're dangerous from him or anything.
Lou, we know what you're doing. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
I'm going to go for 9. I reckon he's going to get some assists this season. Yeah, 9.
We know what you're doing, Lou, man.
It's got to be better than the one he fucking churned out last season, isn't it? Fucking donut. Right. Oh God, we got Pepe league assist. German Dan's gone 5.
No.
Do you want to revise that?
No, I'm going 2.
2. All right, German Dan's gone 2. Sheldon has gone 2. Cougar's gone 2.
Yeah. Pepe's not an assist guy. He's just one who wants to shoot. So,
vibes, man.
Yeah. He's not.
The thing is, I think he can be quite creative, but not in this system, personally. So I don't think he's gonna put any number.
Yeah, I like 2. Yeah, let's go 2 across the board. I like that. Right. League appearances. This is interesting. This is interesting, right? Because a lot of these things we're going to talk about, maybe just 2 of them, are actually important to how we perform this season, right? Partey hasn't played a game for us. And hey ho, we've lost fucking 3 games, bottom of the league, 9 goals conceded, no goals scored. My view of this team is a lot different with Partey in the team than when he's out of the team, right? I think that's fair to say. I think everyone would agree with that. The influence Partey has on this team might just be the most out of all the players that we have. Like if you want one player to be back in your team starting, it's probably Thomas Partey. So league appearances. Dan, can you just go on mute, please? I can hear the echo. League appearances. Right, we've got 28 for Dan Cougs. German Dan says 30. Is this appearances or starts?
It says appearances, bro. So
Appearances, yeah.
Appearances.
Listen, I don't want appearances. I want starts.
Should we do starts? Let's do starts.
wait, Lewis, I don't know what you do, bro. Like, allow us in it.
Listen. We got what? Partey 28 appearances, 17 starts. Were you having that, yeah?
No comment.
11 comebacks from injury from the bench. Nah.
He had like 24 apps last season. I don't know how many starts. Let me check.
Yeah, starts. To be fair, he came off the bench. Like,
28 games, 17 starts, 362 expected egg. Like, just rubbish, bro.
You're taking the piss. Last season, he had 24 appearances, 18 starts.
Well, what should we do then? Starts or appearances?
We have to go starts, man. We have to go starts.
Let's do starts then. Let's do starts because this appearance thing is shady. It's shady. We can do it for like the fringe players like Lakonga and all that stuff. But Partey starts. German Dan.
Boy, 24.
24 starts. That's
6
not
million
enough,
last
man.
season.
Jesus. We're in the mud, man. Shit. That's 14 games without Partey, you know. Fucking hell.
24 starts. No, that's not 14 games without him because appearances, he can come off the bench, right? So I think 24 starts.
Fuck, this guy ain't doing shit off the bench, man. I'm fucking had enough of him.
24, 25, somewhere around there. I don't think he will hit.
Choose one.
24!
24, right. German Dan's gone 24.
Feet, man.
All right. Cougs, what are you going with?
Yeah, if we're going starts, he's going to miss 2 for AFCON minimum as well. He's already missed 3. So that gives us what? 33 games left.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna need him. I'm gonna need. What did I say? 28. I'm gonna need 27 starts, man. I'm gonna need that from him. I'm gonna need that. 27. I'm gonna go with.
So what have you gone? You've gone what? 28.
27.
27. Sean, 27 as well.
No, I'm not hedging my bets, bro. Whiskey is in November, bro. Yeah, 25 starts.
That's at least 2 games out for that, boy. Oh, shit, man. We're in trouble, you know. We're in trouble.
We're in big trouble, bro. We're in big trouble.
Okay.
You see the way the Ghanaians are partying over Christmas, bro.
Hey, and listen, yeah, he's gonna go Ghana over, reduce it down to 22 starts.
22. He's gonna be in Bloom Bar over Christmas, bro. Oh my days, this is mad. All right, I'm gonna go 26 because you lot make some very interesting points, man. 26 for me. All right, let's quickly breeze through these ones then. Lakonga League. Should we do this appearances or starts?
Appearances.
Because I think he's gonna play every game.
Yeah. Just do it. Okay, you can do starts. I'll put. I don't think he's starting more than 10 league games max.
German
10
Dan?
league games. Yeah, 10.
Yeah, starts very low for me. I think like
Well, he's only started 10. 2 to be fair. Yeah, 10. I'm gonna
Well,
say
and if
10.
we're saying Partey's going to miss at least another
Actually,
12.
yeah, maybe take up to 12. Take up to
yeah, but starts is still low. I think that 14 starts maybe.
14.
14.
Nigerian Dan?
Yeah, I think 15 starts overall 15. Just going to have to balance that because if Partey's out, the Congo's going to have to start in it. So I'm going to say 15.
Actually, yeah. Take me up to about 14 because in between Party missing games and Xhaka getting suspended, he's going to accumulate minutes still. So yeah. Let me have him about 14 starts.
I think 14 is a good a good thing. Ramsdale starts, yeah? Oh, well, obviously. Right, you guys are gone quite low. 10, 10, 12. I can't lie to you guys. Ramsdale will be the goalkeeper come November. So I'm going at least 22. At least 22. Yeah. He's going to displace Leno. Leno's gone. Leno might even be gone for Norwich. I can't lie to you. I think Ramsdale keeps his place as soon as he comes back in the team.
Oh, you're putting a lot of stock into that Ramsdale. Right?
I'm not putting stock. I just think this is how it's going to play out. This is how it's going to play out. They bought Ramsdale to be number one. He will be number one at some point in the season.
The thing is, they eventually need to give him his chance. I just don't know when that chance will come. Maybe it is a good time to start it at Norwich because you've got 6 winnable fixtures in it. So maybe it is the time to start. I don't know. And that's it's a hard one to predict though because I don't know, man. I'm still quite because at the end of the day, we're giving him what 4 or 5 year deal. I don't know, man.
Leno don't want to be here. Leno don't want to be here. He don't want to be here, man. He's done. He's checked out like a lot of our players. I think it will get to the point. I think it may even got to the point where Arteta's like, yeah, cool, man. We need to refresh. Like, get this young kid in. Like, he's gonna be hyped to play for Arsenal. He's gonna give it his all. And when managers days are numbered, they start leaning on these type of guys to get them out of sticky situations. And 22 for me. You guys happy with 10, 12? And you guys have gone, Danku's gone 10, German Dan 12, Sean 10.
Yeah, I'm going to keep that still.
I'm going to keep that low. Yeah, I'm going to keep that low.
Cool. Tierney. No, we need starts. Oh, God. Tierney, 90 minutes completed. I think we need, because...
Oh, my God. I'm on the ropes right now, bro.
No, in all seriousness, I feel like he might be all right this season just because there's a lot of recovery time between games. So that's why, I don't feel like he will break down really this season.
As easy.
Yeah, as easy. Like, so what did I put? I think I put like 30.
There's appearances here, and then there's...
and starts as well. Should we do starts?
Do starts, yeah.
I'm going to go 30 starts. 30
starts.
Yeah.
German Dan?
I need that from him, so I'm going with 30 starts. But I also
you've got 25 here.
Oh, is it? Don't worry about all that, man. 30. I need that from him, but I do think he'll probably get treatment every game. Like, you know, when he gets down and the medical team comes on, like he'll probably have that like every game. Is he all right? Every game we'll have that scare, but
I get it. You haven't put my Ramsdale one in, Dan. Yeah. Come on, I'll wait for you to update that, mate.
Again for Ramsdale, what did you say?
22.
22, flipping heck.
Yeah, you just weren't listening to me, were you? You just weren't listening to me. I like 30 for Tierney. I think he's gonna play. I think he'll play. And then we've got one last one for Ainsley Maitland-Niles league appearances, or is it starts?
No, I do appearances because I don't think he's gonna play much at all. I can't lie to you.
But you've got 10 here.
Yeah, appearances.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
That's not a lot at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like he'll get poverty minutes off the bench, but that'll be it, bro. I don't think he's going to play much. That's why I was even upset they chose to keep him because, my man, you're keeping him. You're not going to play him. Let's be honest with ourselves now. You're not going to play Ainsley. So, and you just bought Tommy Watt. So you're not playing my man, bro.
I bought a Dash of Hope and I put 18 appearances.
Yeah, you've gone 18, Dan.
Because I think the versatility that he has. And let's be honest, Cedric is bottom tier. is bottom tier. What we seen against City, I have to bring that back. That guy had 8, I think, duels, ground and in the air, lost all of them. Like 40% pass accuracy. Like the numbers against City were shocking. And I feel like he could have a couple more appearances this season where Arteta's like, listen, I'm sending you to the gulag. So I think Ainsley McNiles can get minutes that way. At left back or left wing back, I think he could come on for Tierney a couple of times in games. So when Tierney has like one of these knocks comes out and come the 80th minute, he might bring on Ainsley McNiles. So I feel like he can pick up appearances here and there. And also, what I think could happen is that we might sell an Nenny. And that would mean that Ainsley McNiles is the 4th choice.
Nah, it's not happening now. I thought it was going to happen, but the Turkish windows are closing now, innit? So
is it?
Yeah.
Oh God!
It was clear. It was today. Today was the deadline. Yeah, today's the deadline. So El Neni staying, boy. So
I'm gonna need to adjust it to 15.
All right, cool. Well, I've gone for 12. Sean's gone for 10. German Dan's gone for 15. Dan Cougs has gone for 15 as well. Let's adjust that. Since Dan ain't keeping track of the spreadsheet, I'll do it for him. I've taken over his spreadsheet. All right, cool. Let's end on league position and points then. I'll say mine first. I think we'll finish 7th. I think once we get Partey back, once we get Gabriel back, we've got this Tomiyasu guy. I'm hoping he's going to be good. Once we get our full strength team back on the pitch, I think we will, start winning games again. I predict we will finish with fucking hell.
How many points did we finish with last season?
We got 61 points last season. Yeah, I know, but I might revise it now. I might revise it. 60. I'm gonna go 67 points. 67 points. That's yeah. That's about 2 points a game. Fuck it, just below 2 points a game.
Oh, you're optimistic, boy.
I think I'm just going off the since Christmas shit. I don't really know why. Look at Dan. Dan just changed his from 69 to 63. You think I didn't see that on the spreadsheet?
Yeah. I was thinking as you were talking, innit?
Let me change mine. I'm gonna go 66, not 67. 66.
I was like, that's high, bro. Yeah, I can't lie.
It's only 6 more points than we got last season. We went fucking 12 games without winning a game last season.
Yeah,
whatever it was.
I feel like it's going to be similar this season. I can't lie. I feel like we're going to finish. I'm giving even like 62.
62
and 62 and 8th. That's where I thought we finished.
Yeah. Fair. I mean, 66 last season would have got us 5th, and I don't think that was I think there were a few games last season where it was just like ridiculous that we didn't win. Yeah. German Dan, what are you thinking? So wait, Sean, what have you gone for? 62 and 8th, yeah?
Yeah.
German Dan, what have you gone for?
8th. I think we finished 8th.
How many points?
This is permitting that Arteta's the manager. If there's a change, points, I think 67 points last year got you top 4. So I think that's definitely too high for us.
Don't you think though that the top 4 is just going to be like so far ahead of everyone? Like
we said this last season.
It was Chelsea with Lampard tax got 67 points. Liverpool with no Van Dijk, no Gomez, injuries all over the place, 69 points.
I can't lie. I do look at some of the squads.
These things can happen every season. There could be something happening at United that both of their centre backs are out and they're gonna have to play McTominay centre back something crazy. McTominay and Bailly centre back. You never know. I just feel like you get over 60. I'm not sure if we can get the top end of 60. I think 70. You're probably looking at top 4, which is I think for us too high. So I'm going 63 points, 8th.
So wait, 65?
63. Sir,
63.
Please.
63 and 8th. Now, during Dan, you've gone exactly the same as German Dan. So you've got...
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, this is why I've been distracted. A dog coming to the front room. So apologies for the barking and that.
Who's that, Tobes? I bet he's wearing that stupid Spurs jacket, isn't he? Does he take it off? Does he take it off?
I'm at my girl's place, in it. So
okay.
He's boxing. So yeah. So what was I going to say? Yeah, I feel like the thing is, with one game a week, we really should be in the top end of 60, if not pushing 70 points. That actually should be the bare minimum. But I do think this is going to be a season where 75 points is probably going to be top 4. I feel like Leicester, West Ham, Spurs, they're probably going to be that top end of 60 as well. I think last year, probably the last 2 seasons, I think, were quite low scoring, point scoring seasons, other than the team that won the title. I don't think that's going to be the case this year. I feel like it's going to go back to probably the Wenger days where 73, 74, 75 points was what you needed to get top 4. So I've said 63 there, but really I wouldn't be surprised if it was anywhere from like 63 to 69.
Cool. Well, lads, listen, I'm not too sure our predictions for everything else quite aligns with how we finished. I think that just goes to show, though, we're not optimistic about this team, but we do quite like some of our players. I think that's one thing I've taken from this podcast is that, yes, the team sucks. Arteta sucks. But you know what? We have some players we believe in. We have some players that we like. We have some players who think could do well under better circumstances and may still do well this season. So we'll see how it pans out. We will try and revisit these predictions come the end of the season. That would be good to, have a laugh at how Dan Coogs thought we'd score 70 goals this season. Yeah. We'll be back anyway this week with a Patreon piece, probably after the Norwich game on Saturday. Hopefully we can go some way to get in those 70 goals that Dan promised us. In a 5-0 win, maybe Saka will get 2, ESR will get 3, Erdegaard will get 3, Aubameyang will get 3. We win 5-0, but we've scored 12 goals somehow. Maybe that's the math is mathing, but we'll see how it goes.
You are
anyway.
taking the piss, man. Why are you on my?
And man, I'm gonna be painted with El Pozzi all season now, man. But basically, this just gives me more ammo to hit Arteta with. Right? If he don't hit my targets, I'm on his neck.
Anyway, guys, let's call it a night. I hope you've enjoyed the pod, guys. Take it easy, and we'll be back next week.
All right, bless.
Peace.
Nice one, lads.